Hi, this is David San Filippo, and welcome to this week's Demo Fridays. Today, we're going to give an overview of generative AI features as they exist in the Sitecore composable platform today. And today, there are two places that we're going to show. One is Content Hub 1, and the other is Sitecore Send, both of which have already integrated generative AI into their platforms. But it's probably a matter of time before we see this in XM Cloud, maybe some of the other solutions out there. So we're going to start with Content Hub 1, and you'll note when you go to edit content, there's a way you can leverage generative AI to improve that content. So let's start by selecting a piece of content, and you can see we have plenty of POC content that various folks at Proficient have written, but let's focus in on maybe content blocks. And we can just select one. And you won't see it in the name field just because that's a protected field, but for any other text field, like title, you'll notice this little icon appears overlaid in the bottom right. You'll also notice in rich text, you kind of get the same thing right in your rich text bar, but they behave a little different. If we click this, you'll get things like improve the writing, fix grammar and spelling, make shorter, make longer, summarize, and change tone. For instance, if we just do improve writing and you wait a second, so instead of the go-to source for sports news, the ultimate destination for all sports news, and we can do insert after or replace, which let's see if that actually works this time. And no, it doesn't replace it. It inserts it after no matter what I do. So that, I think, is a bug that at least exists in my sandbox. But that is an improvement. Other things we could try with this, let's try to change the tone. Let's make it more bold. Although Ultimate's pretty good. It's unrivaled, that's bold. Let's see if we hit insert after what happens. Well, that works properly. What if we wanted to make it longer? Whoa, that's probably way too long for that text field. So I'm not going to go with that. Let's discard that. We can try improving the writing, see what that says. It's just iterating on things. Yeah. So that replace doesn't quite work. So it gives you some features just to kind of deal with the existing text. So you can write your own first pass at it, and then you can use this to kind of elaborate. Next, I wanted to show how it works with these rich text fields. So as you can see, we have a paragraph here already. We can click our button, and it's kind of a free prompt. So I can type whatever I want, like give me an extra paragraph about the value of having the latest sports scores. Let's try that. And it gives us something. And I copied it to the clipboard, but it still thinks I want to discard it. But we can say that, but it should be on the clipboard already, so I can just copy paste into it. So that's kind of good. Or I could say, write a description about sports news. And then let's just insert it. So we'll just insert it at the end. So, I mean, this gives you a lot of capability to do different things. Actually, that's interesting. So if I click it, I clicked it before. So if I don't have a selection, it gives me this open-ended prompt. But if I have a selection, like if I just have a part of it, this is kind of cool. I can then click it, and I get the menu that's similar to the title. So let's go summarize. And that'll just replace the selection. That's pretty interesting. Okay. So as you can see in Content Hub 1, we have this built-in ability to leverage generative AI with the content that we're writing in our textual field. So I find that pretty cool and pretty useful. So the other place where we see generative AI integrated in the Sitecore ecosystem is actually Sitecore Send. Now, Sitecore Send was actually the first product to have this feature integrated, and it's integrated really into the editing experience for both email templates as well as landing pages. And to get to that, for email templates, we can go look at our campaigns, we can look at our welcome newsletter, and you can see over here we have the design button, and we can drill into the editor from there. I gave a demo of Sitecore Send for everything last week. So if you haven't seen this before, go take a look at that. It's a short, maybe 15-minute video that gives you an overview of all of Sitecore Send's features. Now, the cool thing about this is if we go into any text field, whether it's a single line or multiple line, you get this AI writer here up at the top. It's a little different than what we saw in Content Hub 1, but I think it still pretty much functions the same. So if I want to say improve writing, we get that same making magic happen dialogue. And then from this, we can insert it directly in there, and it replaces it completely. Maybe we want to change the tone to be more persuasive. And then we insert that there. All right, so plenty of options here. We can try to make it longer, fix the spelling and grammar, summarize. It gives you a number of features to go do that. So we can go insert that. Maybe I want breaks in my paragraphs. It actually works pretty smoothly. Some of this is actually definitely some looking at it with results. This doesn't necessarily read like how I would write some of this stuff, but it's still useful, right? The other place you actually have access to this is outside the editor. So I don't want to save that because I like actually what I wrote better. But if we go to the basic settings, you can see both our subject line has this little icon here as well. So maybe I want to generate a new subject line. Maybe it's not that, right? Or try that. So there you go. It just generated a new subject line, and we can go insert that, and that'll change that. This is the text to the right of the subject line. We can adjust that as well. Let's make that longer. Wow, that's very heartfelt. All right. So that gives you the ability to pretty easily use AI in your subject lines and some of the other aspects of it. Yeah. So that same editor is also available under landing pages. So if you have a page that you want to leverage it, we can jump into the editor. It's the same editor as the email editor. This is just for the landing page. So we can do this. Similarly, we can do those same things there. So that's it. That's what generative AI looks like in Sitecore today. Looking forward to seeing where else and how else Sitecore introduces these features into the rest of its product lines. Hopefully you found this demo useful. Thanks.